Hi guys, today is the 13th of July and it's 11:59 over here in the UK, and I just wanted to make this very quick update regarding the iPad Go 2 video and potential dates to watch out for and potential events to watch out for. As usual, I'll try and make it as quick and as easy to follow as possible. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to break down a couple of dates on screen just here, so bear with me. The first thing I want to do is highlight this character here. I always do because it's the only one that's kind of like hidden in the background, and also the only one that has the white rabbit looking directly at it. And obviously the white rabbit is a reference to Alice in Wonderland, where we have this girl who could represent Alice. So with that being said, I'm just going to focus on this character right here for now. Now, when you count from the left to the right, just the blue figures, this is the 8th character in the sequence. If you include the girl, it's the 9th character in the sequence. So we'll just keep those two numbers there just as a reference. So beginning up here, I'm marking out the 7 that the leaf makes up here. So I'm going to put that down as a possible reference to July. Since we're on July 13th, I can skip the possible interpretation for July 1st or July 2nd or July 3rd or July 12th or July... I could include July 13th, but I'm not going to. So beyond July 13th, the interpretations that I would have would be July 21st is one option, so I'll write that down. There's also July 28th, so I'll write that down. And there's also July 29th if we do the 7, the 2, and the 9, just to have all three of those interpretations. So that's my July interpretation done, just from the character at the back and the markings on the wall behind. Now I want to look at August. So I have the 8th character here, and I can have August 1st, including that one there. I can have August the 2nd, so I'll write that down as well. August the 3rd, including all of them, so I'll include that as well. We have potentially August the 11th, if we look at that, the two markings there as a possible reference to the number 11, so let's write that down. August the 12th, if we go 1 and then 2, and obviously conversely we'll reverse that, so we have August the 21st going that way, and then there is also potentially a August the 27th. So I'll write that down too. And I'm not going to go August the 20th and then go back to the same character, because that will be using the same character twice in one interpretation, which is not what I think is intended. So we have 3 potential dates in July and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potential dates in August. Now, some interesting things in relation to 7/28 and August 12th. In this scene, we see that the apple the girl is holding is dropped and rolls across the ground. Now, I've done an interpretation previously that looked at the Apple company, something to do with that. On July 28th, sorry, that all just disappeared. Never mind. Doesn't always work the way you want it. Anyway, on July 28th, there will be the earnings call for Apple Q3, and it's very possible that Apple will not have sold as much as they predicted, and that could cause, particularly during this time with the stock market, that could cause the apple stock. I'm just going to turn this down because I'm going to play it. Still too loud, sorry. So that could cause, I'm just going to wait. So yeah, as you can see the apple rolling across the ground there. Another way of phrasing that is the apple tumbling. So if apple stock tumbles on July 28th after the earnings call, or possibly July 29th, which was another date that we had written down over here, it could be a connection to what's happening in this video. That's just one interpretation. The second interpretation that I looked at, and I'm just going to bring up the screen again so I can write on it. Not that one, excuse me. That one. Okay, is the August 12 reference. I'm particularly interested in this date because I'm not sure how I got to this place of thinking about NASA again. Obviously, I spoke about them yesterday in my last video, referencing the images that they put out, which look like images from the iPad Go 2 video. We have some things that may be of interest during this time. So on August the 12th is the Perseids meteor shower. Okay, so when we look at the iPad Go 2 video and we see these two characters here, not just these two characters, but all the characters appear to have like craters and dents. We've kind of associated that with the moon, for example, but asteroids and meteors are also depicted as cratery. So when I thought about that and I saw that there was a meteor shower on August the 12th, I remembered a video that I did a long time ago about NASA and their, bring that back, NASA and their DART test, which is the double asteroid redirection test. And if we look at the children here as asteroids, these two are conjoined or joined together as a double asteroid. So when I thought about that, I looked into DIDYMOS. I've talked about this before. I'm not sure if that's exactly how you say it. Regardless, you know what I'm talking about. DIDYMOS was classified as an XK type asteroid, which transitions from the X type to the rare K type. Now, when I looked up the X type asteroid, something jumped out at me. Not only could the joined heads be a reference to this double asteroid that NASA is looking to redirect, but we also have an X on the mouth, potentially indicating the type of asteroid that is involved in this particular interpretation. So I read a bit more. In the following classification, the X group consists of the following types. The E type, they are found in the inner main belt, the M type, and also the P type. It took me a moment to realize that the three classes of X-type asteroid actually spell out the word EMP, which was obviously very interesting in relation to the iPad Go 2 video, because just as this scene continues on, we see the lights go out, and that is one of the things that would happen if an EMP was generated. Now, EMPs can be generated by asteroids entering the atmosphere, at least in theory. We've never actually seen it happen, but it just kind of all links together. And August the 12th reference, and again, with the reference to August, I could just take, sorry, no, there we go, bear with me guys. So I could just take the 8th character as a reference to August. Obviously I've done the video reversing the George Bush audio. What's going on here? Sorry, 1 second. Playing without my permission in the background, I don't like that. come back a little bit more, please. Okay, again, apologies and bear with me. Right, back to where I was. So, I could just take the 8th character as a reference to August, but we also appear to have it encoded in the vine back here. Obviously, coming back down along here, so draw that little line in. So there's a big 8 in there, and then we've got potentially, as I've said, all these different interpretations for August the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st. But the 12th, again, is when we are having the Perseids meteor shower, and the asteroid redirection test was slated to be around the 26th of September to the 2nd of October. It wouldn't be a far stretch for them to do it a month earlier in August rather than September, around August the 12th, or perhaps it may already be on its way. I really don't know. This is just an interpretation, so don't panic. But obviously, if we do have a reference in the iPic Go-To video to August the 12th, the Perseids meteor shower, and then we have that connection to the double asteroid redirection test that NASA's doing of an X-type asteroid, which has a classification of 3 different types relating to the word EMP, and then we have in this video the lights go out and the screen go dark, torchlight or starlight, whichever light source you want to pick. I personally go for the torchlight effect. At the same time as, or around the same time as, Apple stock potentially plunging due to low earnings in Q3. We could be looking at a time frame of around now, for example. And if the Apple does relate to the Apple stock in terms of the stock market, we do know later on in this video we have reference to the stock market crashing in the boy's eyes. Sorry, it's not showing me the little thumbnail, but should be around here. So you can see markets and then plunges coming across. It may all be related to Apple stock, and then potentially another event such as an asteroid impact or an asteroid explosion above maybe a particular country or series of countries. We've obviously heard in history, we've seen the meteor that exploded over Russia. It didn't generate an EMP, but maybe a bigger asteroid would. There's a lot to really think about here. With the apple hitting Obama's foot and the C next to it, that gives me a reference to FTSE, which is again another stock market, or another exchange rather, spelt FTSE rather than FTSE. So we could be having a reference to the stock market here. And then, as I've mentioned before, another financial interpretation with the pound coin just down here is the reference to it actually being a coin. I mean, if you think of other countries' money, generally they don't add coin at the end of it. So you have like the euro, the dollar, the yen, pesos, rubles. Only the pound, I think, is followed by the word coin. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And then you have Obama's foot covering just a bit of it, not exactly half, but a bit. So if you put those two words together, you have, sorry, this keeps happening. But yeah, if you put those two words together, you have the word Bitcoin. And obviously, I shouldn't have to tell anybody out there what Bitcoin is, or anything about it. It's there, it's talked about a lot, but the fact that a bit of this coin is being covered by a steel toe cap shoe, I then add the word steal in there, not spelt steal, but spelt steal as in take, thieve, rob Bitcoin. If a significant amount of Bitcoin was to be stolen, that would affect the markets as well. So there is a lot to consider over these next coming weeks. The first point of call would be to see if on July 28th, following on to July 29th, does Apple report bad earnings in Q3, and does that cause the stock of Apple to begin to tumble? And obviously that can go on for some time until we get to around August 12th, where we have the Perseus meteor shower, and it could just be that they've timed the redirection test of the DIDYMOS Asteroid X-type EMP to coincide with the meteor shower, so as not to raise unnecessary suspicion. They could just go with this theory or the story that the asteroid was undetected, as others have been, and was part of, this meteor shower, when in actual fact it could very well be a purposeful attack on humanity by forces unknown, wickedness in high places, looking to reduce population, spread fear so that they can gain control, and use that chaos to climb that ladder. You guys, that is all I have for you today. Keep your eyes on July 28th, July 29th, and Apple's stock. Let's see if it does tumble. If it does, that may indicate that we're on the right track. Though nothing may happen on August 12th, we still have the other dates to watch out for, as in, the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, and so on and so forth. But you can go back to the beginning of the video if you've forgotten the dates that I wrote down, and you can mark them down for yourself. Another reason for August 12th is this seemingly unescapable reference to the letter F, which could indicate the day Friday, which August the 12th is. So again, that could just be another way to tie in to that specific date. You have the 8, or the 8th character, which the white rabbit is looking at. Follow the white rabbit. And then you have a reference to 1 and 2 for August the 12th. And then you have the F to confirm that that is a Friday. So you're not thinking, as we are right now, is it August 1st, 2nd, 3rd? Is it the 12th? Is it 21st? With all that said, you guys, I hope you have a good morning, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you.